Hello, everyone. This is my big pitch to participate in our National Cyber League competition for the spring. So I wanted to do an individual video for this exciting opportunity because it was such a great success last semester. So where is this coming from and why am I talking to you about it? I'm going to head back to Blackboard. So I am pitching it to my security monitoring classes first. I have one section and Joe Wetzel has another section, and we'll both be introducing it this week. As we get started with class, I think the best thing to look at maybe is the syllabus. I'll pop over here. We do work together as a group throughout the beginning. Let's just take a look at the weeks. So if we look at the schedule, let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger. If we look at the schedule, we'll do our work together as we go through Unit 8. Right after spring break, we'll have one more unit, and then at the end of the month of March, bear with me, we will segment off into project work. So the last, let's just count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks of this semester this year. Every year is just a little bit different. But the last 8 weeks of this semester will be focused on the project. And I love the project, don't get me wrong. This is my favorite. I've taught this class for 8 years now, and this is my favorite part of the semester. But some students find this a daunting task. It is large. And it is group-based. So if this is not something you want to do and you're much more interested in more of a competition, I have an offer for you. So if we head back to Blackboard, I list it here, and I know it's a lot of wording. So in Unit 1, I ask you to think about what you'd like to do. Option 1 is to participate in the NCL. It will cost you $20. That includes a t-shirt at the end, food for the team competition, and your registration fee. I need to know if you're interested by February 2nd. I need you registered by February 2nd, and I can provide all of that once I know what you want to do. Option 2 is you would participate in the project work just as the syllabus states. They're both good. They're both complementary to what you're doing in cyber, so there is no correct answer. My fear when I first pitched this in the fall was that NCL is very time consuming. It is, but it's very geared toward folks that want to do pen testing or that just loved ethical hacking. I'll admit that's not my wheelhouse. That's definitely Joe Wetzel's. He's much better at that than I am, and I struggled, but really enjoyed guiding the team, and our team did so well. So then your next question is, that's nice, Wendy, but what is National Cyber League? So I have a flyer here linked in Blackboard. I'm going to pop open just for a minute. We did some marketing materials for our groups now. And the idea is, what is the life cycle of National Cyber League for the college? So I think some of you may have seen presentation last fall in ethical hacking as we were prepared for the official game. Some of you did not, and that's fine. You're not ahead or behind anybody else. So in this class, security monitoring is when we really pitch for you to participate on the college, right? So I will pay for, or I have some funding to pay for your season. And I'll explain it all in a minute. And you can do the work in lieu of project work. And then as you complete NCL, it's a great opportunity for your career experience time, which you don't have yet, I hope. Hopefully that's next semester, to encourage high school teams, coach one, or participate again. So here's the trick. It's a lot of work, but so is the project. They're equal, right? Some folks will go crazy in the project and do more than 8 weeks worth, and that's wonderful. Some of you will do the bare minimum for NCL because that's all you can fit in your time calendar, and that's fine too. So it's a balance of how you want to spend your time and what your interests really are. The game time is around 6 hours, including a practice game. So overall commitment, I asked my students last semester how much time they spent on it. The minimum was 24 hours. That, again, keep in mind, is the 8 weeks that we're not doing work in the classroom or online. You're doing it in NCL. So that's the minimum, right, for student effort. And then the maximum, I had one student said he took 40 hours. He did 40 plus hours of work in NCL because he just loved it. So we're back to what you like to do and what you want to do and what you feel is a good fit for you. So the competition. So back up. What is it? National Cyber League is a nationally, sanctioned game targeted toward cybersecurity people. Now keep in mind, that's very general. You have to be 14 to participate. So there are high schools that participate and there are colleges. The registration doesn't even open yet, so I can't show you anything inside of it yet. January 27th is when I can register as a coach. So if you'd like more information at that time, please reach out to me. I'm ending our registration process February 2nd because I need to know how many students are interested before I start asking other groups of students if they want to participate. So the registration is $35. Again, if you're participating through this class, the only cost to you is $20, and it includes everything that I said before: t-shirt, meals at the competition, and then your registration fee. We will not be doing late registration, so ignore that. So what is it? The gymnasium is open starting the 27th through May 24th, where you can play and try different challenges from what I would call beginner level through expert, and they are hard. I'll show you that in a minute. There's a practice game that runs a week long that gives you some ideas of how things are going to go, how the directions will be handled, that kind of thing. And there's an individual game over a 3-day period that you are not allowed to participate with anybody else. You're just on your own, trying stuff out, using all the tools you learned from the gymnasium toward the individual game. The team game is April 25th, 26th, 27th. Your expectation from me for the class is to at least participate in one of those days. You do not have to be live on campus, but you can be. We will host you Friday, noon to 6 p.m., and Saturday, noon to 6 p.m., like we did last semester. We had folks that worked, so they came when they could on Friday. Some folks stayed both days. Some folks hopped online and stayed online all weekend. It's really up to you. The campus is closed on Sunday, so I have not hosted on Sunday. And by then, honestly, players are very tired. It's very hard. So if you're new to cyber, if you didn't love ethical hacking, is this for you? Maybe it is. I've seen students with very beginner basic knowledge just absolutely love these games. As a college, we've been pitched to do it as work experience. It's not guided. I have no say in it. I'm looking at it the same as you are. Some get similar, right? As you do things, you're like, okay, I know what they're up to here. I know what's happening. And here are the categories. So we've got open source intelligence, cryptography. I don't have to read them to you, but we tackle some of these in other classes. Log analysis, I ask you for 4 of these if you're going to do it for my class because it's a logging class. And I will brag a little bit. The group last semester scored the highest in this category, which really made me proud because that's what this is in lieu of for the class, right? Network traffic analysis is probably my favorite because I have a network background. Joe, he said he loves this enumeration, exploitation, and web. So the way I do it is we meet once a week for 6 weeks and we go through one challenge in an hour. Whatever we can get done in an hour, we start and stop and we come back. And that seemed to be enough to prep students that weren't sure what to do for the individual team. Now, some students got super excited about it and dug deeper into the challenges, and that's great. That's fine. That's what it's there for. Not many students participated after the team game. I'll be honest about that because then the rest of the semester kind of takes over. But you can play in it all the way till May 24th, which is after our semester ends. I wanted to brag again about our students. So last semester, we had 2 teams of 7 students, so 14 total. We ranked 67 nationwide. And if you want to take a look at this, take a look at the other names of the colleges that participated. Now, this is called their power rankings because they take individual scores, individual game, and team game scores and, do the math behind them, data crunch it, and give an overall, again, power ranking score is what they call it. So we were 67th out of the nation in the fall. And if you just take a look, Sands Institute was number 2. Like these folks, when they did their awards ceremony, took first. And they took almost the whole weekend to complete the team challenge. We did not complete the challenge. They got really, really hard. But we did fantastic. And it was super fun. It's that extra thing on your resume that just makes you stand out from your peers. Again, every student that participated last semester wants to play again this year. This season, excuse me, I should call it a season. There's a spring season and a fall season. So if this is interesting to you at all, please email me and let me know you would like to do the NCL. I'm going to get you on a list and I'll get you a link. As soon as you pay, I will buy your registration and we're in. So once you choose NCL, then you're going to look down here and we'll talk about that later. This NCL button shows you some guidelines. What I'm looking for, if you're a point person, it matches the points for the project. So I'm just going to repeat that again. Doing the project is not bad. It's wonderful. It's my favorite part of this semester. Um, it just was a way for me to offer NCL competition without it being yet another thing on your plate. So think about it. Let me know by February 2nd what you'd like to do. If you have more questions, reach out to me, and I'm happy to answer anything that you're wondering about. Thanks.